حي على الصلاة حي على حي على الفلاح حي على
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salamu ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa azwajihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd, fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilman ajma'in inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase in all of us knowledge. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nice to see you, brothers and sisters. We'll again continue and revise a little bit from what we left yesterday. Brothers and sisters, I wrote down those two words, i'rab. And then I wrote down in English. In other words, the i'rab has two meanings. When you say i'rab, it can mean the declension of the noun. Are you with me? Because the noun will tell us what kind of function it is performing by giving us a clue at the end of it. The vowel sign will give us a clue. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? The noun will tell us by its ending what kind of a function it is performing. That is also called i'rab. And another meaning of i'rab is that you do grammatical analysis of a sentence, word by word, to analyze a sentence and to show the function of each word in a sentence. That is also called i'rab. In English, we will say normally grammatical analysis. That also means i'rab. And the other meaning of i'rab is the word changing its ending. Dun, dan, din. Now, brothers and sisters, this is very easy. If you can just repeat after me, each thing 3 times. Alamatu raf'ihi dammatun muqaddara. Alamatu raf'ihi dammatun muqaddara. Alamatu rafa'ihi dammatun muqaddara or zahira. Next one, alamatu nasbihi fatahatul muqaddara. Alamatu nasbihi fatahatul muqaddara. Next one, alamatu jarrihi kasratul muqaddara. Alamatu jarrihi kasratul muqaddara. One more time. Alamatu jarrihi kasratul muqaddara. What kind of a sentence is this? Jumla ismiya. Where is mubtada? Alamatu. Wa huwa mudaf. Rafa'i mudaf ilayhi. Wa huwa mudaf. And he mudaf ilayhi. Where is the khabar? Dammatun. So it's very simple. So once you have this thing in your mind, you can analyze and write these things with ease and comfort. It's not difficult. And these are the terms we will be using. And they are very easy, brothers and sisters. with little practice, it will become part of your vocabulary, inshallah. Now we did mankus, remember? Do you have anything else to discuss on mankus, or you have understood it very well? Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Or maybe I should start one more time. Huh? Mankus. Huh? These are the nouns at the end of which there is a mandatory ya. Huh? And before ya, what is there? Kasra. That is another condition. Ya at the end and before ya, a kasra. Huh? Okay, brothers and sisters. So I gave you example. I'll give you one more time. Kada yakdi, and then if we make ism fa'il, it will be ka di yun. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now, there is a ya at the end, which is compulsory because ya is the part of the verb. Okay? Now, before that, there is a kasra. So what happens, brothers and sisters? That this is dropped, ya is dropped, and we give extra kasra as a compensation. So it became ka din. Remember, ya is dropped. But when you make it a definite, then it will become al Kadi. Are you with me? Fine. Now, when you make this, brothers and sisters, ka, then if you make this mansoob, then ya will open up. Ka, di, yan. Now, these are the rules we must remember. Huh? When will the ya become visible in mankus? When? Number one, when it becomes definite. When it becomes definite. Are you with me with that? Number two, when it is mansoob. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Number three, when it becomes mudaf. Okay? Qadi of Makkah. Qadi of Makkah. So how will you write down Qadi? Now ya will come out. And Makkata. Qadin now became Qadi. So these are the three things, inshallah, you will make a note of it. Brothers and sisters, I tell you one more thing, that the key of book 3 in English, which Dr. Sahib has written, is the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. It has got so much information in it, brothers and sisters, so much information in it, that it can become an extremely important tool for understanding book 3. I had an opportunity to teach a non-Muslim Arabic course. He wanted to learn Arabic language. He's a priest, brothers and sisters, and he's a Catholic. A very, very pious man. He knew several languages: English, French, Latin, Spanish, Filipino. Had been all over the world. He was born in Canada. A very pious man. And he wanted to learn Arabic. So somehow he was directed to me, and I said, okay, if he is interested, inshallah, we will show him the, little bit of Arabic language. So he started to learn to read and write, and then he used to come twice a week to me. And mashallah, he was sailing smoothly through the book because he had a good idea of the grammar of French and English and Spanish. So at the end of the course, I told him, Brother David, how did you find the Arabic? Isn't it easy to learn? What was his answer, brothers and sisters? That answer I will never forget. Had it not been for the keys that Dr. Abdarim has written, I would have found Arabic language very difficult. Because of the key, he found it very easy. So he would read the key and come to me, and after our lessons go back and read the key. So this made him understand the concept with ease. And brothers and sisters, whenever I teach Masdar Muawwal, I'm myself a little bit uneasy because it's a concept that we take a little longer to understand. But he understood in 10 seconds. Why? Because he knew the English grammar. He knew what infinitive was, what gerund was. So when you relate Masdar Muawwal to infinitive and gerund, it's very easy. He understood it right away, what it really meant. So read the key as much as possible, brother and sister. Keep the key next to you, especially for book 3. Before you go to bed, maybe you can read a page or two. Before you come to the class, read page or two. It will help you to understand the concept very well. And all these things are mentioned there, which I have written on the board. Okay, brothers and sisters. So, when the qadin, brother and sister, is marfu, we say alamatu raf'ihi ad-dammatul muqaddara. But that will be for qadi. Because you can see the ya. And then if it is majroor, it will still remain in the same form. And then you will say alamatu jarrihi kasratun muqaddara. Okay. Now, when it is mansub, then it will be alamatu nasbihi fatahtu zahira. Now, when you come to qadin, then what will you do? It is written in the book. It is there in the book. And I want to show you, and you keep your highlighters handy, brothers and sisters, inshallah. Are you comfortable with this sentence, brothers and sisters? What is al-mankusu? It is a ism, declinable. Allazi akhiruhu ya'un lazimatu. At the end of it, there is a mandatory ya or original ya. Why we can say original ya? Because it is part of the verb. Sahi? Kada, yakdi, the ya is part of it, original. Are you with me? It's original. Because these things you will read in the key. Original ya. Why original ya? Because it is part of the verb. Okay? And then before it, maksurun ma qablaha. There is a kasra before ya. That is the sign of mankus. Okay? Fine. And then these are the example. Then we have a sentence. Sa'al al-qadi al-muhamiyya anil jani. Taqulu, you say, fi i'rabi hadhihi al-kalimati. What you say, brothers and sisters? Al-qadi fa'ilun marfu'un alamatu raf'ihi dammatul muqaddara. Now sometimes people write like this also, brothers and sisters. What did I write down? Ala akhirihi means at the end of it. Huh? If you want, you can add it. Huh? So you will say, fa'ilun marfu'un alamatu raf'ihi dammatun muqaddaratun ala akhirihi. You can say if you want to, but if you don't want to write it, it's perfectly all right. Dr. Abdurrahim did not write. But I have seen in other places sometimes people write it, But it's easy, and it makes sense, Al-Muhamiyya, see? When the mankus is mansub, then you see the alamat in front of you, right in front of your eyes. Maf'ulun bihi mansubun wa alamatu nasbihi fatahatun zahiratun. Okay. Al-Jani majrurun bi an alamatu jarrihi kasratun muqaddara. Got the idea, brothers? Very good. Now we come to the next page. Page number 10. Qad yakunu. Brothers and sisters, make a note of it. Here, we are going to study later on. When qad comes with fi'al madi, it means the action has been done, complete. If I say, Aina Hamidun, you can say, Zahaba ila suki. What is the meaning of that? If I say, Qad Zahaba ila suki, then, Qad, he has gone. Are you with me? So, when Qad comes with madi, it's called harfu tahqiq, for certainty. Harfu tahqiq. Okay, I'll write down, brothers and sisters. Qad is called harfu tahqiqin. Remember, tahqiqin. Tahqiqun. Can you figure out? Tahqiqun. Here it is kin, but I am not, because it's mudaf ilayhi. Otherwise, what kind of a word is this? Taf'ilun, mashallah. Brother Abdul Samad, excellent. That's the way we, try to figure out. So what is the verb then? Haqqaka, excellent, Sister Hafsa. Haqqaka. So our mind will start to work. Haqqaka. Yuhaqqiqu. Inshallah. Excellent. Fine, brothers and sisters. But when it comes with mudariya, then, brothers and sisters, the translation is maybe. Maybe. It is possible. Then we will say it is possible or maybe. So here comes وَقَدْ يَكُونُ الْمَنْكُوسُ. So maybe the, mankus is مَذُوفَ الْيَاءِ. What is the meaning of this, man? Drop of the ya. So when will be that situation, Sister Maimuna? Qadin. So in Qadin the ya is dropped. So this is the meaning of it. وَقَدْ يَكُونُ الْمَنْكُوسُ. Mankusu is the ismu kana. Ismu yakuna. And where is the khabar yakuna? Mazufa. If there is a fatah there. Mazuful ya'i. Mudaf mudafili. Now, example. ذهب قادٍ. Brothers and sisters. ذهب قادٍ إلى مهام. In both cases, it is mahdhuf, mahdhuful ya'i. تقول في إعراب هاتين كلمتين قادٍ. This is to be highlighted, brother. Very important sentence, if you can memorize it, and it's easy to memorize it, brothers and sisters. Qadin fa'ilun marfu'un alamatu raf'ihi dammatun muqaddaratun alal ya'il mahzufati. So this is what you have to say it. Alal ya'il mahzufati. You saw Brother Abdul Samad? Brother Mukim? Brother Hassan? Do you see? Brother, if you read few times, you will not realize that you have memorized it. It will come to you with ease. And inshallah we'll be practicing. So, Muhammin, now this is majroor. Majroorun bi ila. Alamatu jarrihi kasratun muqaddaratun. And where is that kasra? Alal ya'il mazufati. Got the idea? Highlight this also, brothers and sisters. Or write it, underline with pencil. I prefer highlight because when you are revising, it will stand out in front of you. Inshallah. Now we come to our favorite. What is our favorite, brothers and sisters? Ya mutakallim. When ya mutakallim becomes mudaf ilayhi, you will not see the dhamma or fatah. You will only see kasra. So how do you define it? Here is an example, beautiful example. Da'a, jaddi, ustazi, ma'a, zumala'i. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Fine. So, jaddi, there is a ya mutakallim. Ustazi, there is a ya mutakallim. Zumala'i, there is a ya mutakallim. Brother, ya only does one job. And what is that? To pull it down. So now we got to figure out the i'rab. Fine, brothers and sisters. Da'a, what is da'a? Fi'lun madin. Fi'lun madin. What is jaddi? Fa'il. But fa'il is marfu. So what will you say? It's given there. Inshallah. It's given there. Fa'ilun marfu'un wa alamatu rafihi ad-dammatul muqaddaratun. Now you should write one extra sentence. You will write down this, brother. Ala ma qabla. See, qabla came. Then the next noun has to be mudaf ilayhi, majroor. So it became ya'i and then mutakallimi. This you can add it. It will be nice because it will remind you. Are you with me? Sister Hafsa, does it make sense? Brother Abdul Samad? Brother Hassan? Sister Madina? It makes sense. All these small things, if you note it down, inshallah, it will make your understanding very strong. And one day when you will stand up and teach others, you can refer to your notes and show them all these beautiful things, inshallah. So here we are, jaddi, actually it is jaddu. Remember, it is fa'il. So, fa'ilun marfu'un alamatu raf'ihi dammatun muqaddaratun. And where is it? Alama qabla ya'i. So before ya mutakallim. Are you with me? Now, ustazi, brother, da'a. My grandfather invited. Invited whom? Maf'ulun bihi. But you don't see fatah. So what will you say? Maf'ulun bihi mansubun alamatun nasbihi fathatun muqaddaratun alama qabla ya'i mutakallim. This will be a common sentence, you know. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? No, zumala'i, ma'a zumala'i. Okay? So here, brothers and sisters, you can say mudafun ilayhi majrurun wa alamatu jarrihi kasratun muqaddaratun alama qabla ya'i mutakallim. Now some of the scholars of the grammar disagree. They say no, this is a kasra zahira because of ma. But we do not sit down and argue. We just say, okay, maybe that scholar is also right. But Dr. Abdurrahim has mentioned this, so we carry on with his explanation. That it is kasratun muqaddaratun. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Inshallah. Because you will see many things later on. That in which it will be more suitable, more appropriate to say kasratun muqaddaratun alama qabla ya'il mutakallim. Okay. Brother, this is done. Inshallah, you understood it very well. Now we have a nice table in front of us. Alamatul i'rabil asliyati wal far'iyyati fil ism. We are only now learning about noun. Later on we will be learning about verbs, inshallah. All these columns, brothers and sisters, you keep the highlighters handy and pencil handy if you want to. What is the first column? Al-halatul arabiyatu. What will be the translation? The state of declension. Or you can say the declined state. What will you write down? The declined state or case ending. Both will be correct. Al-halatul arabiyatu, the declined state or case ending. Al-marfu, and then under it, alamatul raf'i. Alamatul raf'i. And then mansub and alamatul nasbi. Then majroor, alamatul jarri. Fine. Amil, brother? Agent. Doer. Agent. Sister Mehna, if we say agent, it's more, it is better. Agent. That agent is doing the job. So here it is ja'a, and then ra'i, tu, but actually it is ra'i, ra, and then sallamtu ala. Okay, brothers and sisters? In any case, when you say ra'a, file has to be there. So ra'itu, the whole thing is agent, as Dr. Sahib has mentioned. And sallamtu ala. Now the first column after amil, al-ismu dhu. Remember dhu? Alamatil i'rabil asliyati. Means a noun which contains the primary signs of ending. Primary and secondary. Original. Ja'a al-abna'u. What is the sign there? Original. Marfu. Dhamma. Okay? Fine. And then next column is Jama Muannas Salim. So what will you say? No. Banatu. Ja'a abna'u wa. Wa. What will you say? Wal banatu. It is still original. Dhamma. And then walidani. Now this is musanna. So here we have a noun which is a plural, and then we have jama muannas salim, then we have musanna, and then we have jama mudhakkar salim, and then we have mamnu min as-sarf, and then asmaul khamsa. See, so in all of this, what does the agent do? Huh? Marfu, but then what are the signs? Huh? Yes? No, we have to understand. We must know for sure that we understand these signs. So in abna'u, it's primary ending. In banatu, primary ending. Walidani, where is the sign of marfu, Sister Arifa? Walidani, it's muthanna, al-alif. Are you with me? Sister Hafsa? It's alif. Now, we come to Jama Mudhakkar Salim. Wal akrabuna. Write down akrabuna. Akrabuna. This is your relatives. Jama Mudhakkar Salim. So what is the sign of marfu there? Wow. Got the idea? Fine. Mamnu min sarf. Of course it is Dhamma. The mamnu min sarf is only when it is majroor that it takes a different sign. And Asma'ul Khamsa, akhuhu. So akhu is your file. So what is the sign of its marfu? Wow. Is it clear, brother? If this is clear, alhamdulillah, then you have understood the whole lesson. Now comes the next column. Ra'aytu. Now we need maf'ulun bihi. Ra'aytu al-abna'a. Fatah. Al-banati. Sister Manas, now came banati. Ra'aytu al-banati. Fine. Then there's a kasra. Sahih? So this is your secondary sign. Fine. Then wal walidaini. This is mansub. So what is the sign of its nasab? Yeah. Again it is secondary. You can say asliyatun and fara'iyatun. So this is fara'iyatun. What is the next one? Wal akrabina. Okay, brothers and sisters, what is the sign of mansub here? Yeah. Because Jama Mudhakkar Salim. And then Ibrahima. That is normal. And then akhahu. Al-alif. See, these are the signs when these nouns become mansub. Sister Manas, is it clear? It's very simple, brother. Everything now that we studied in the first 10 pages, now it is being brought to us in a chart form. Then majroor. Sallamtu ala al-abna'i. And then kasra, normal. Al-banati. Kasra, normal. Then wal walidaini. Now this is a secondary sign. And then wal akrabina. Again, ya, secondary sign. Now comes Ibrahima. Okay? So this is your fatah. This is your secondary sign. Are you with me? And akhihi. Yeah. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Very good. Yes.
Ibrahima.
Yes.
You say secondary or is primary? Because
Secondary, brother. Because it is majroor. Yes, Salim.
Just analyze the complete one of those marfu, mansub and majroor like ja'a, fail, al-bina.
Al-abna. Okay, let me do it quickly. Okay, brothers and sisters. I'll be quick. Okay. Ja al-abna'u. So what will you say? Abna'u. Fa'ilun, marfu'un, wa alamatu raf'ihi, ad-dammat. Zahiratu, you can say. And then banatu, same thing. And then walidani, fa'ilun, marfu'un, wa alamatu raf'ihi, al-alifu. Li'annahu musanna, al-musanna. We'll say al-musanna. Fine. And Jama Mudhakkar Salim. Fa'ilun, marfu'un, wa alamatu raf'ihi, al-waw. Li'annahu Jama Mudhakkar Salim. MashaAllah. Ibrahimu, normal. Ibrahimu is normal. Fa'ilun marfu'un wa alamatu rafihi ad-dammatu zahiratu. Sahih? Is normal. And akhuhu. Fa'ilun marfu'un wa alamatu rafihi al-wahu. Li'annahu min al-asma'il khamsati. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Okay, I think my repetition will put a dent in your hard drive. and get registered, huh? Inshallah. So brothers and sisters, see, some of you are already saying these things with me, which is excellent. And others will also catch up, inshallah. Huh? Fine. Ra'aytu fi'al fa'il al-abna'a maf'ulun bihi mansubun wa alamatu nasbihi fathatun zahiratun. And then banati, banati maf'ulun bihi mansubun wa alamatu nasbihi kasratun zahiratun. Why kasratun? Li'annahu jama muannas salim. Got the idea, Brother Hassan? Inshallah. Now we come to walidaini. Mafulun bihi mansubun wa alamatu nasbihi al-ya'u. Li'annahu musanna. Very good. And aqrabina. Mafulun bihi mansubun wa alamatu nasbihi al-ya'u. Li'annahu jama mudhakkar salim. Fine. Ibrahim normal. Mafulun bihi mansubun wa alamatu nasbihi fathatun zahiratun. Fine. Akhahu. Mafulun bihi mansubun wa alamatu nasbihi al-alifu. Li'annahu min al-asma al-khamsa. MashaAllah. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Now we come to sallamtu ala. Abna'i, that is normal. Kasra. Al-banati, normal kasra. Then wal walidaini. Now this is ya here. Okay, because it is musanna. And then wal akrabina. Then again it is ya. Jama muzakkar salim. And then comes salamtu ala Ibrahima. Why ma? It's mamnu min sarf. And then salamtu ala akhihi. So then it is again, ya is your sign of, it's being majroor. So how will we say then? Abna'i ismun majroorun bi ala. You can say bi ala. Now we can say bi ala. Are you with me? It's majroor with what? Because of what? Bi ala. With ala. Okay? Fine. Wa alamatu jarrihi kasratun zahiratun. And then banati, same thing. Alamatu jarrihi kasratun zahiratun. Then wal walidaini alamatu jarrihi al-ya'u li'annahu musanna. Now brother and sister, wa aqrabina alamatu jarrihi al-ya'u li'annahu jama muzakkar salim. Now comes Ibrahima. So you will say majrurun bi ala wa alamatu jarrihi al-fatha. Al-fatha. Then what is fathatu? Why? Then we say li'annahu mamnu min as-sarf. Because it is mamnu min sarf. You will say like that. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Inshallah. Okay. And wa akhihi majrurun bi ala wa alamatu jarrihi al-ya'u li'annahu min al-asma al-khamsa wa huwa mudaf. And then mudaf ilayhi. We can say wa huwa mudaf in all of them. Akhuhu, akhahu and akhihi. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Inshallah. Okay, brother. Al-i'rabul taqdiriyu. Estimated declension. Estimated declension. It's not visible. But it is there. It is not visible, but it is there. Our mind can see, but our eyes cannot see. Same thing, brothers and sisters. Al-halatul Arabiyya, state of case ending. Amil, same thing, brother. Al-mudafu ila ya'i mutakallim, then mankus, and then maksur. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Okay. How will you say now? Ja'a, Sadiqi. What will you say, Sadiqi? Fa'ilun, marfu'un, wa alamatu raf'ihi, dammatun mukaddara, alama qabla ya'il mutakallim. Wa huwa mudaf, ya mutakallim, mudaf ilayhi. Fine. Then al-muhami. Here you will say fa'ilun marfuun wa alamatu raf'ihi ad-dammatu muqaddara. Khalas. You can say ala akhirihi if you want to. And then Mustafa. In Maksura, all the three case endings are muqaddara. So what will you say here? Mustafa? Brothers and sisters? Marfoon. Fa'ilun marfoon. Wa alamatu raf'ihi dammatul muqaddara. Khalas. Ala akhirihi if you want to say. At the end. Okay?